more than a Compton visit. That's why I play in the clubs, a lot of girls.
Coming up next, the Timberwolves taking on the 76ers. For the Timberwolves, a mixed bag for this team to start the season. But one run can catapult them to where they want to be. Will that change happen tonight? We'll find out shortly. Sixers, Timberwolves, up next.
You're now connected to Jackie Work hard, play harder.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Sacramento. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And right now for Philadelphia, they're right where they want to be. They're already competing for the top spot. It's going to be a season-long battle, which is exactly what we all anticipated.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Tyrese Maxey out there with Smith. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Embiid in at the 5. And for Minnesota, Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. Towns and Gobert hold down the post for him. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. Well, here we are, Clark. This is game 2 of a back-to-back for these guys, so should we expect lower energy out there?
I certainly am not counting on that. I mean, these guys are in tremendous physical condition. They can handle a quick turnaround. That's part of what they get paid to do.
Now Conley. Pass to Towns. And here's Edwards from the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
Embiid with the steal. And the basket by Isaac.
Man, I admire how Isaac fights through the contact there, man. Grit and grind on display, not letting the defense tie him down on these shots.
Now here's Edwards. What a tremendous game he played against New York. At the top of the key, Towns. To the paint. And there's Edwards on the assist from Conley.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Embiid. 11-point game his last outing. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And the defense can't match up with Embiid's size. I mean, he's just too powerful down there.
After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Outside, Towns. Back to Conley. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And Cat remains an excellent passer at his position. Outstanding at seeing the floor and finding teammates.
And you know, what you love about Mike Conley, he's a leader by example.
The epitome of a terrific point guard and teammate. True professional in every sense of the word, on and off the floor. He plays and he teaches and mentors. I could see him, if he desired, being a really good head coach someday.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Shoots the three. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 4. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here's McDaniels. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Smith in the posts. Over by Conley. Stolen by Conley. Over Thibault. And the rejection by Smith. Launches the three. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And Embiid pulls it down. 76ers have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. And it's Smith penetrating. The pass to Embiid. Good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Timberwolves trail by 9. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Let's look at the numbers for Embiid. Putting up 26 points per, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. You can't understate his impact on the backboard.
Right. I mean, that's where he's one of the best in the business. Hard to outfight him on the glass.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Conley with it. Now Smith defending. Here's McDaniels. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Attacking and transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now, here's Isaac. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Smith kicks to Thibault. Pocket 6. And Smith slams it home.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this. Oh.
Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Hey, guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Here's Conley after the Sixers pick up 2. And it's Towns missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Conley against Smith. Pass to Thibault. Screen by Smith. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and Embiid throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here is Conley. 11 points last game. Towns, no luck.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Embiid finds Smith. Now, here's Thibault. From outside, off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Gobert can't hit.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's
what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Towns. Troy Brown's checked in for McDaniels. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Mike Conley. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 14.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. He dreams the quick shot.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Smith, the pass to Isaac. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his third assist on the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easy. At some point defensively, you have to take something away. How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Here's Smith, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
The free throw drops for Smith. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here is Edwards. He has 6. Five on the clock. Beyond the arc. No good that time. And so it's Philadelphia enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Philadelphia.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch.
Smith against Conley. Stolen by Michael Conley. Down low. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a finish by Gobert, absorbing the foul to earn an and-one trip.
Clark, when you think of top rebounders today, Rudy Gobert is a name that comes to mind.
Yeah, he's super long and tall, but that's not just why he's such a dominant rebounder. He's got a real good knack for reading where balls are coming off, and the timing that he has is pretty impeccable too. And even though he's north of 7 feet tall, he does a good job boxing out as well.
And that one misses. And Greg, when things go crazy, coaches are often the first to go. But how often does that improve things?
Sometimes it goes the opposite direction, Kevin. But the simple fact is it's usually easier to change the coach than it is to turn over the rock.
Reed misses.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Smith kicks to Thibault. Oh, good with the triple. Timberwolves trail by 15. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. The NBA, of course, is so loaded it's not easy to come out on top. Joel Embiid said, for us to be able to win, we need to try to be perfect. I need to play at the highest level possible. Our shooters and defense have to do their job. It's tough, but it's fun. I guess you have to enjoy the journey as well, Kevin.
Yep, the journey, right, David, is the reward. That's for sure. Dave, thanks. Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns comes in for Naz Reid. And it's McDaniels in for Brown. And that one falls for Mike Conley.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And he sinks the second.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And he makes all three. Well, Clark, even with all their roster movement, all the player moves they've made, the 76ers have managed to have sustained success.
You know what, Kevin? I agree. Their roster has gone through a lot of changes recently with key players being moved, which makes it even harder to sustain success. But they've found a way to keep winning.
Towns kicks to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Smith against Conley. Embiid inside, lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got 7 now in this quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Passes to Towns. Back to Conley. Lets it go with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Conley's got 9.
And the mechanics of Conley's shot are rock solid, allowing him to take a shot with no hesitation.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. Brown is checked in for Minnesota.
Number 20.
Off the inbound pass. And then Smith with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
All right, who's coming off the court? Come on, get out for your Timberwolves breaking dance.
Gary Harris is checked in for the 76ers.
Breaking dance crew.
With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. 4th, the 76ers.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Releases. That misses off the back. The 76ers leading by 13. Smith, the pass to Isaac. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Isaac's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
Here's Conley, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Brown with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And the rejection by Smith. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. .107 left in the first half. McDaniels kicks to Towns. 6 to shoot. Gobert the pass to Conley. And the Timberwolves take on 2 more.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Conley against Smith. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 14-point game. In the corner, Smith with it. Embiid with a screen on Conley. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The pass to Gobert. Embiid with the steal. The deep three from Smith. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. With a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They left the floodgates to the paint wide open, offering up driving lanes. They're getting bullied. Makes me sick to watch.
You know what? That would have never happened, Shaq, if you were protecting that rim.
And now a subject that's always of interest, player movement around the league.
Love the addition of Pascal Siakam. What a job by the front office. Pascal is a long wing, and he uses that length on both ends of the floor. He doesn't need to dominate the ball to be effective, which is why he should fit in seamlessly.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Easy Breezy has been exceptional here, guys.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
The wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. The two towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury them.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And how about we check the numbers for Kelly Oubre?
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's Towns, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
How about Joel Embiid? A high-risk, high-reward pick turns into a superstar.
Yeah, that's well said, Greg. I mean, he sat out 2 years before even seeing the NBA court. Sustained a foot injury before being drafted. Persevered through that and is now one of the most dominant big men and players in the game.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season. You know, when he's got room to lift off, he's going to power home these alley-oops. Jonathan Isaac, you got to keep an eye on him, folks.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And here's Conley outside. Maxey grabs the miss.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Smith kicks to Embiid. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Embiid's got 15.
Embiid with a major contribution thus far. He's a guy that can carry his team.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Down on the court is your action-packed hype squad. Get on the level here.
For Smith. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. Outside Edwards. Puts up a deep 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Smith against Conley. Embiid the screen. Smith drives in. And Embiid the bucket on the assist by Smith. Smith's got assist number 8 now on the night. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Conley's got 6 here in this quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And the dunk by Smith.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
And they double up Embiid. Isaac finds Smith. Isaac a screen on Gobert. Now here's Thibault. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 9 assists now tonight.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Incredibly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Clark, the 2004 playoffs are the only time they've won a series.
You know, Kevin, with Kevin Garnett, they had a few 50-win teams and some excellent coaches. That just tells you, I think, how hard it is to win in this league.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Maxey's 6 a.m. workouts give him an edge. His motto, I prepare in front of nobody to perform in front of thousands. He says he's done 3 workouts before someone else even opens their eyes to prepare to work out. He said, I feel like that creates a psychological advantage when I step on the court. I have no reason to fear anybody. Kevin?
No reason at all. Hey, thanks, D.A. Smith kicks to Isaac. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
The Timberwolves making a change. Minnesota making some changes. Reed comes in for Gobert. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Karl Anthony Towns. Philadelphia also making some changes. Joe Ingles is checked in for Isaac. Kelly Oubre comes in for Joel Embiid. And Smith subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Gary Harris. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Smith in at the point guard position. Pass to Edwards. Here's Reed. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Smith tried. Oh!
That is not possible. What we just is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off. Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Smith drawn the double team. Back to Harris. 76ers moving the ball around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the NBA last season, Clark setting records in attendance. Fans are pouring into the arenas on a nightly basis.
Well, it's a great game. I mean, you and I are biased, Kevin. We love the NBA. I played in it. You've broadcasted for a long time. But I do think there's another element, not just the excellence of the players, but the parity that exists now. There are a lot more teams that are playoff worthy, and that keeps them and I think their fans engaged as well.
Outside Edwards. It's stolen by Smith. There's the pick. Takes it inside and then jammed down as it goes right over Anthony Edwards.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Pass to Anderson. The 11-footer and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
And, Greg, while the Sixers have been a fact time and again, they've been unable to get past the conference semifinals.
Where they bowed out in 5 of the last 6 years. But you go back, they haven't made it any further since Allen Iverson led them to the finals back in 01.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson, and it's McDaniels in for Brown. Smith finds Harris. Edwards with the block.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
We are looking around the NBA, Greg. It feels like there's more parity amongst teams than ever before.
No dominant team has been the favorite every year, and that can all change, though, in a heartbeat. Every so often, a dynasty can be born out of nothing.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've got...
Oh my
great
goodness! That was special.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here is Edwards. Outside Conley. Towns kicks to McDaniel. Good, and his assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 5 assists in the game.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
And Smith with the stuff.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to... had a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Towns for 3. And good. There's another.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And statistically, more young players in the league today, Greg, than in decades past. Might be a reason the age limit wasn't lowered in this new CBA.
Yeah, I mean, the veterans saying, hey, we're already having a tough time sticking around. And I think having those guys helps on and off the court.
Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Clark, last season, Minnesota's talent was undeniable. But the results weren't there.
You know what, Kevin? They just had trouble puzzling all the pieces together. I mean, this season wasn't a failure by any means, but the outcome didn't match the high expectation.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Philadelphia.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution. By the players, everything was just on target.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And in a two-game season series, you always want to take charge of game one, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Timberwolves.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Smith.
And the way he was able to dice up their D.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, in the past, you've had some critics, and you haven't run away from that. So what are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
That was certainly the case tonight, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. And now, we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Easy Breezy.